Welcome back to Sweetwater Distilling Australia. I'm just about to start a new mash, and I'm going to be making a single malt whiskey. I've looked at a few different versions, and I thought, well, I'll create my own, still using the original ingredients, but just vary them a little bit. I'm just now at the process of milling up my malt barley. I've got the pot or kettle on the stove. I'm going to bring that water up to 65 degrees Celsius. Presently it's on 43 degrees, so I'm going to start pitching the grain in very shortly, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let that idle around the 65 degrees Celsius for about 45 minutes. Now I'm going to be going off a bit of touch and go with a recipe from Stillet and Jesse's version. He posted about a year ago. I will put a link in the description to his video. A lot more refined than mine. I'm just, I'm a backyard malt specialist, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I'm just going to just completely grind this up. Excuse the noise. Okay, so I'm getting there. Got a little bit more to go, but grinding that up, that can do a little bit more. I've got to grind it up reasonably fine. I don't want to have too many whole grains floating around in there. You're going to get the odd ones, but we'll keep going. Okay, that's looking much better. Now when you're going from the grain, as you can see a little bit closer there, whole grain, to a very milled, processed style malt, you don't want to grind it into a powder. Excuse me for that. You don't want to grind it into a powder. As Jesse said, that you're going to end up making porridge out of it. So that's something that you don't want to do, because it's just going to create more work. Okay, so I've milled up the last of the 2 kilos of grain. Get that into the bowl. And out of the way. Okay, now we will, we're up to 53 degrees Celsius, so I'm just going to start pitching this in slowly, as the Master Chef Jesse states, that you don't want to end up with dough balls, and of course nobody wants dough balls. Keep it going. Now what I intend doing is I'm going to actually remove this after the 45 minutes. I'm going to let it sit probably for about another half an hour to an hour, and just let it cool down slightly. And then what I'll be doing is I'll be moving it into a bag, the cheesecloth style bag, to use as a strainer, as I don't have a basket to get into here. So as you can see, I'm not really well prepared in the domestic kitchen, as it were. But yeah, so we'll just give that a little bit of a stir, just get it moving around, so we're not sitting with big clumps on the bottom. Just get that moving around. And yeah, we'll bring that up to the 63. It's got about 10 degrees to go. I'll come back to you once it's up to 63, and we'll just let it sit there for 45 minutes, and then I'll knock the temperature off it, and then we'll move on to the next process of separation. So just to bring you up to speed, so the grain is just sitting in the water, and it's the temperature slowly rising. I'm bringing it up to 63 degrees Celsius. I've got 2 kilos of milled malt barley in 10 litres of clean water. pH is virtually negative, so the water's as clean as I'm going to get it, and of course the still, I made sure that that was crystal clean too after the last batch I did of the vodka. So I gave it a good clean out, sterilised it. So we're back in action again. So moving forward, we will go through the process bit by bit. So enjoy. Whilst I'm waiting for the temperature to creep up, we're at 58 degrees Celsius, so another 6 degrees or so to go. And just dabbling in my last product, which was the clean spirit. Just dabbling a little bit in that. I kept that at 54 ABV. It's very nice. Now the product that I kept from that, I'm going to start dabbling in a couple of different flavours. And I was thinking about using orange rind and just fermenting it in the orange rind for a short period of time, not too long. I don't want it to turn out like acid, and take it from there. So hopefully that little experiment will bear fruit. A quick shout out to Dave, my son-in-law, and my daughter, Kylie. Dave's having a triple bypass tomorrow here in Brisbane, and I'm sure he'll be fine. So good luck, buddy. See you soon. So coming along quite well. We're sitting on 66, so that's quite a substantial temperature. I can't get the gas down any lower than that, so I'll make sure that it sort of hangs around that temperature. And I'm getting the aroma from it. It actually smells like when you wash potatoes. You get that starchy, dirty smell with just a hint of I don't know, caramel or something like that with it. So yeah. Anyway, we'll wait and see what happens as we travel down the line. So we're sitting at it's 4:30 in the afternoon, the 27th of January, the day after Australia Day, here down under. So I'm going to let that sit there until 5:15, and then I'll drop the temperature down, leave it for another hour, and then I've got a bucket over here set up with the muslin bag in there. I'll drop it into that, and whilst I'm processing that, I'm going to revisit this, and I'm going to run a corn, just a straight corn wash through here, or mash I should say, through here. So I'm going to be playing with both, and just testing as I go the flavours, the smells, even with the esters that are produced from the yeast and things like that. I've been watching Jessie at Stillet and learning a little bit about the esters and the odours and things like that that are coming from the yeasts. So yeah, hopefully I've I've watched enough of his videos to learn something. So shout out to Jessie over in NZ. Yeah, so be back shortly. Okay, so that's been sitting there soaking away for over an hour, and it's time to put her in the into the bag, in the bucket. So we'll go with that. Got a bit of heat going on here. Oh yeah. Okay. And oh yeah. Oh, that's a bit on the warm side. Might just do a bit of scraping there, get some of this down. A bit left over. And can't hurt. And there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this up, get the bag ready to part with some of the good gear. See if I can suspend that off the side. I think I did the same thing with the corn. I'll get something to suspend that off of there with. Okay, just put a clamp on the side of that for the time being, and let some of that liquid drain out of the bag, and then as it drains down, I'll raise the bag up a little bit more as we go. Time to clean out the pot, and we'll start with our corn. Okay, so I've got 8 litres of water in here. Now I'm going to bring that up to about 60 degrees Celsius. Then I will pitch in my corn, and we're going to just a little bit different with the corn. I'm going to bring the corn to the boil and see how that goes, instead of the same scenario with the barley, where we just brought it up to just below 70. So I'm going to bring that to the boil, and then I'm just going to let that drop away, and then that's going to sit for an hour or two again, and then I'll be doing the same with that. I'll be dropping that into another bucket, into a muslin bag and into another bucket. Leave that overnight, get as much juice out of that as I can. Tomorrow midday-ish, I presume, I will then hit it with some yeast and lock it down for a week. So yeah, we'll see how we go.